Hello YouTube, Uncle Lucky here, and welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Cuisinart. Today, I've got hauls. I've got all sorts of stuff. Oh my god, it's been so long. I've been having a serious problem here lately. The comic book store I go to shut down, and they moved to another location, which is not a big deal. They only moved a couple of feet away. It was ridiculous. But the thing is, they told us they were going to take one weekend and move all their stuff next door. I don't know what they were thinking with the size of the store and all the things going on in there. Holy cripes, man. It took them like a week and a half. So I haven't been able to pick up, or hadn't at the time, haven't been able to pick up anything. I was getting stuff coming in through the mail to try and get some back issues picked up. I really got into the He-Man thing, like I was telling you guys in another video. It was just trying to get this stuff, but also not being able to get to a comic book store or pick up anything. So me and my wife, to do our kind of a filler, we were just hopping around, really, going different places. Not too far away. Again, we kind of live out in the sticks, so you gotta get where you can without having to drive 2 hours to go someplace. So we ended up going to Walmart and Target and picking up a couple of movies and this and that. And through this exploration, we actually ran into a whole bunch of kind of cool stuff that I really liked and didn't have to go to the comic book store to get them. It's a long way to go, man, just to get a couple of collector's pieces. But anyway, we'll start off with the comics today. So, nothing real big. Trying to fill in the back of my He-Man collection. So I've got a whole bunch of these He-Man comic books. Now this is the original story arc. I finally got it figured out. These are the ones that kicked off all the new series that are going on. It's just a lot of confusion there, but I got it figured out. These comic books are beautiful, man. They are awesome, beautiful, good story. Really pulls you in first couple issues, man. You're just like, what the hell's going on? And then it's got punch. It really does. It's good. It's violent. It's badass. It's just got so much stuff going on. But these, this cover. I'm doing my A to Z series right now. This cover might just make it into that A to Z, because I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely loving the artwork to these. These comic books are really good. A seriously good story and series. If you guys have not picked any of these up, a couple of these back issues, this one only had a 6-issue run that started it all off, what was going on in the Masters of the universe. All of that happening goes from issue 1 to 6, and then they lead into a new story arc that goes from issue 1 to 20. But this is the first 1 through 6. There was one I was having a problem picking up, but I finally got it. I kind of had to sidestep some stuff, but really good. So now, again, this is a big thanks to Jared Osborne. Man, you hooked me up with this one. I never knew this book existed. I finally got it in the mail. They kind of screwed up. They didn't screw up the order. I screwed up how I ordered it, so I didn't get it when I thought I was going to. I got a whole bunch of He-Man comic books, but I didn't get this. Man, this thing is freaking fat. Look at the size of this thing. It is gorgeous. It is the Masters of the Universe. It's the series of the mini comic books that came with the original toy lines. It's got, it's all the original mini comic books, and it's got a whole bunch of backstory stuff. And if I can crack this open without busting anything up, this artwork from the 80s to me is phenomenal. I absolutely loved the artwork from the 80s as a kid. It was just, Merman, he's so cool. But all of them in mini comic book form, all of them condensed into this 15-pound beauty. Guys, this book is killer. Again, thanks Jared Osborne. That was a really good call. Thanks for pointing that out. I can't thank you enough. This is a big one in my collection. I absolutely love this. I've been thumbing through it just about every night, just in geekdom, really. It's just a geek thing. I'm all geeked out, and I sleep really good after geeking out so hard. That really sounded terrible, but you know what I'm saying. Now, I've been watching a lot of Shartimus Prime. You guys watch him? He's really good. He's got a lot of really cool toys on his show that he opens every day. You know, he takes them out of the packages. If you haven't seen Shartimus Prime, he's really fun to watch. He puts a lot of work into his episodes, but he basically opens up a toy package every day, and he shows all the articulation and all that thing and what all they can do. Shows really up close and personal with the color schemes, and you know, if paint's chipping off on the toys or if they're cheaply made, all that kind of stuff. He's really good at what he does. But I was watching an episode of his show a while back, and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars. I've got the first three of them on DVD and VHS and all that stuff, and you know, I love the original old Star Wars stuff. But I was always like a big character-driven guy. There's certain characters that I always gravitated towards. You know, when I was a kid, I'd always have all the bad guys, and my favorite was Boba Fett, naturally. Everybody's favorite. Like I'm special. But Boba Fett, always one of my favorites. I got a lot of Boba and Jango up here on the collector's shelf. But he pointed this one out. It's the Black Series. And I hadn't seen these or heard of them until he had mentioned them. And here's old Jango Fett from the Black Series. Just gorgeous. A really good looking toy. I thoroughly enjoy this one. Looks good. It's the packaging's really nice. You know, packaging can be a here or there thing that some people don't even pay attention to, but I really like the packaging. Looks good, man. I'm happy with the pickup. I really am. Face is a little bit odd to me. I don't know if you can see that. Face, kind of weird. He's got a weird hairline. I don't know. But it's good looking. I like it. Good piece. So me and my wife were walking through Target the other day, or as a lot of people call it, Target. And, you know, I'm that guy. Go to Walmart, go to Target, go any place. If I smell toys, man, I'm making a beeline for them. So we're walking around, we see the toy aisle, and I make my beeline. My wife's she's up in the air, fly by night kind of. However it's going, you know. Sometimes she likes to go into the toy section and looking with me. Sometimes she just really wants to go and do other things. So the other day, something caught her eye, which was really interesting because she kind of beat me to the toy section. And there we found the Batman versus Superman toys that they're coming out with on the shelf. So we're looking at the Batman versus Superman toys, and yeah, those toys are a lot of them. Yeah. Anyway, we found some other toys sitting on the shelf that were really weird. They were at the bottom of the shelf, and you could barely see them. And one of them caught my eye too, about the same time, I guess. And there it was. Now look at this thing, man. This is really cool looking. I think it's a lead figurine. And, you know, if I open the box, it'll probably give us all cancer and whatever. But, you know, it is really good looking. It's a neat looking piece. It's really tiny. As you can tell, it's tiny. But it just really looks cool. Good looking. It's got an entire line, whole bunch of stuff. Some Nightmare Batman, some Superman in dark clothing, Superman in lighter clothing. Don't know what that means. Could be, you know, the hints are all there if you guys are really paying attention to the Batman versus Superman stuff. The hints are there, guys. It's just, look at the toys. They're already giving a lot of stuff away. But this was a really cool piece. And the thing about this one was, you would have thought this would have been pretty expensive because it's a lead figurine and it's, you know, packaging packaging is 90% of anything in our country. So you would have thought, but this one was only like $10. It's pretty good for $10, man. I tell you what, really nice. And finally, the creme de la creme. Here she is. My wife finally, she didn't know about it. She missed the episode or something. I don't know what was going on. Back a couple weeks ago, probably a month and a half or so, I mentioned this when I was doing my little tribute to comic trips, and I told in that episode that her toy or her collector's piece here was waiting for her birthday, and she never saw the episode. Don't know what happened. I had to trick her into watching it one night, and to which she started crying. Good stuff. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. Absolutely amazing. They did such a good job with this. These bombshells are blowing up, man. They are all over the place. They did a phenomenal job. Look at this. Man. All the way down to the base. That's just beautiful, amazing, stellar. Can't say enough about it, as usual. Not enough words to describe things. Very good piece. This will now go on the shelf. She has a Wonder Woman collection of hers going on, so this will be the centerpiece for it. And yeah, it's a really good find. For the price, I mean, they're expensive. I got it on sale, but it didn't make it any less expensive. Great piece, though. So that'll do it for this episode of Stuff, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.
Shut up and sit down.